My name is Max, and my life has become a chain of shocks that now seem incredibly heavy and insurmountable. It all started the day I discovered that my wife was cheating on me. I remember that moment. I was returning home from work, and at that very moment, my life changed forever. I saw her messages, and it felt as if the whole world exploded in my mind. The conversations were full of hints, photos, meetings, everything pointed to her betrayal. It was like a blow that knocked me off balance. Inside, everything clenched. I felt my heart pounding, blood freezing in my veins. I stayed in the shadows, acting instinctively so I wouldn't show my pain. It seemed I could close my eyes and pretend this was just a nightmare or an illusion, so as not to completely ruin my life. But inside me, a storm was raging. I felt like I was being torn apart by pain and anger. In the first few days, I couldn't eat or sleep. I endlessly rechecked the messages, photos, and my inner world filled with the question, why did she do this? I kept telling myself it was just a temporary crisis, that everything would get better, that I could forgive her, that love would fix everything. But each new piece of evidence of betrayal only deepened my wounds. I suffered inside for a long time, trying to understand why it all happened. Where did I go wrong? Was I not a good enough husband? Maybe I didn't care enough? These thoughts haunted my mind day and night. Many nights I woke up alone, in the cold darkness, constantly. The questions about my worth, about my dignity and feelings, played in my head. Over time, other feelings took hold, a strong desire for revenge, to feel that I also suffer. These weren't just consequences of pain but a deep feeling that I needed to show my strength, my right to suffer, to feel alive again. My thoughts turned into plans. I wanted to tell her how much it hurt, to make her feel my pain. An idea took root, to do everything so that she felt her lies and betrayal wouldn't go unpunished. Then I decided to have a conversation, which turned into an emotional storm. I poured out everything that had accumulated over the long months. I spoke, shouted, cried because inside me, emotions were raging. I wanted her to understand that I was not just hurt, I was broken. These words were filled with pain and accusations, and I thought that such an emotional outburst would help me release everything bottled up inside. But at that moment, I made a tragic mistake. At the peak of my rage and resentment, in a moment of intense emotion, I contracted a disease. The doctors told me the diagnosis. It was a horrible event that turned my understanding of life upside down. My soul opened up to the abyss. The sensations were terrible: weakness, bodily weakness that only increased each day, fears that my life would change forever, that I could become disabled, paraplegic, or die. Inside me, fears and torments raged that words couldn't fully describe. I went through several months of severe suffering. I was confined to bed, could neither eat nor get up without pain. The doctors spoke of long treatment, risks, complications. Every minute felt like a nightmare. I was terrified for my fate, my life, and whether I would be left alone in this world. During these days, I started to reconsider everything that had happened. Deep inside, I realized that I brought this horror upon myself with my own hands, because my feelings of anger, revenge, everything I experienced only led me to catastrophe. I asked myself, why did I allow myself to burn so intensely with pain? Why did I? Let me know if you'd like me to continue or improve the translation.